He doesn't have to challenge him because it's not going to affect his life. This is what you're not understanding. They're not coming here to kill you. They didn't have on that piece of paper, we're going to go kill all white men in Waynesboro. They want to kill black people.
Waynesboro City Council members and Mayor Bruce Allen listened as residents spoke out against the Ku Klux Klan passing out flyers in the city.
I'm here to demand that the council take a stand against the hate and let the KKK know that hate is not welcome in our city.
Recently, KKK Flyers were found on parked cars in Waynesboro and Stanton. Waynesboro residents, including Anitra Bellamy, says they are looking to city leaders for answers.
This community is not just made up of just white Americans. It is also have minorities of different races, and they need to represent everyone in this community. Them not saying anything, them not speaking out, them not talking to the press or news organizations, we feel like you're not listening to us, that you don't care about us. You only care about a certain majority. And ignoring the problem is not going to go away.
Kay Trigilio explained how Mayor Allen and the council needed to adopt a city ordinance similar to Stanton, which prohibits placing flyers on parked vehicles.
We would suggest or ask that you give us an ordinance that protects our private property from handbills. People should not be able to attach handbills to my private property. They can stand on the street, they can stand in the parking lot, say what they want to say.
Other residents took their turn asking the mayor and council to respond to the KKK Flyers, including Unitarian minister Paul Oakley.
When the Ku Klux Klan placed their recruitment flyers on windshields here in Waynesboro, the leaders and residents alike were faced with a choice concerning whether and how to respond to the Klan's message of hate and white supremacy. The Ku Klux Klan is the oldest American hate group. Black Americans have always been the Klan's primary target. The Klan has also attacked Jews, immigrants, gays, and lesbians, and until quite recently, the Klan also attacked Catholics. So I ask you please to speak out for the worth and dignity of people in this community who are made in the image of God, people that the KKK would denigrate and harm. Please do what is right and speak out in a way that the entire community hears and knows about.
Janelle Childress told the council she was at a Waynesboro gas station on the same day white supremacy groups clashed with protesters in Charlottesville. Childress says she was frightened when she saw members of the KKK wearing their garb.
I was at Sheetz on August 12th, and I saw a bunch of them come into Sheetz, and I'm there with my young son, and I had to run back into my car until all of them left. They were all dressed in some of the same clothing I'd seen earlier in the day on the news in Charlottesville. So, we are part of this whether we'd like to be or not, so we need to, have you guys stand up and make a statement, please.
I can tell you that the rumors that you hear about the KKK being alive and well in that part of our county are true. We need the governing boards from the cities of Waynesboro and Stanton, as well as the Augusta County folks, to all get on board and work together and say no more. It's not accepted anywhere.
Linda Rivas talked about one of her racism experiences.
Several months ago, a man came into the restaurant and said, I wish we could just go back to the old days where we could just gather them all up and string them up down in front of the Augusta County Courthouse. Now that's the kind of stuff that is in my community. There are great people out there too, but there's people out there with hatred in their hearts. And it's not like they wear a sign or a membership badge.
I questioned Waynesboro Vice Mayor Terry Short Jr. and council members Elzina Anderson and Jeff Freeman about their take on residents asking city leaders to respond to the KKK Flyers.
They're certainly not desired or welcomed in our community. It's not, our community. One of the reasons we love Waynesboro so much, my family and I, is because of how much we care about each of our neighbors. I think it was an important conversation to have and to hear back from folks, and a lot sort of to consider, moving forward as a community.
Councilwoman Anderson has lived in Waynesboro for more than 20 years. She says seeing the flyer was a clear message the KKK was too close for comfort.
It's purely upsetting to know that, you know, residents in our own city had to experience that. And just to know it's so close to home, you know, and that racism is wherever you go. It's not just in Charlottesville, it's here as well. It's not like we don't have racists in the city of Waynesboro. And so, you know, my hope is for the city of Waynesboro, our city officials, our administration. I pray that we respond to what has happened and what was said tonight, and that we come together and we do speak out. We don't speak in secret in our chambers, but we just we come together to show our citizens that we want them to feel safe in our city. We want them to feel welcomed, and my hope is that, you know, that it's one of our values that we are a friendly city and that we are very inviting.
Councilman Freeman says he tried to explain to residents what he described as an unpopular stance on the issue.
I don't like the KKK at all. I don't like any of the groups, the racial groups. I don't think they're welcome, but I have a little bit different opinion. I feel like if we come out as a city and tell them that you're not welcome here, do not come here, that is a challenge to them. I think that I wonder, thinking about Charlottesville, if no one had showed up from the city and showed up at the rally, there wouldn't have been any reason for news. There wouldn't have been any reason for fights. There would, but because everyone was there voicing their opinion, which I think is important at times, I don't want to challenge a group by telling them they're not welcome, only to have them come, leave flyers or leave whatever they're going to do, and then people say, well, okay, you told them not to come, now they came, what are you going to do about it?
In Waynesboro, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through.
His life. This is what you're not understanding. They're not coming here to kill you. They didn't have on that piece of paper, we're going to go kill all white men in Waynesboro. They want to kill black people.